4, 3, 2, 1. Crocs on the run. Hello, Douglas Plays here, and we're going to be playing some more of Croc, Legend of the Gobbos for the Switch. So, we just happen to be in the level called Sand and Freedom. We'll be facing many death traps. We'll be facing labyrinths to explore. So we need to figure out what we have to do. There's a Gobbo over in that distance. So we're going to cross this death trap. I swear I would never die on purpose. My mother says, "Hi, Doug." "Hi, Mom. How are you doing?" So Monday is that I've already been to the Nadokwick festival, and it was great. I got to join in Rodney's tour and his artifacts. There were spears, there were tools needed to make what you need to survive in the wild back then. Just got to gingerly cross the platforms. I told you that this level is never going to be easy because you're surrounding yourself with platforms that will give away, platforms that would fall the second you land on them. So you gotta be quick and jump right away. Like you can't be just standing about for another moment. Although I do love all things cultural because listen to this music. I'm guessing that music's some kind of country origin, maybe India. Now you have to watch out for this imp as you grab across the large gap. Ah, man. That was close. I never expected an imp that would try to slam on Croc's hands in order for me to fall to my death. So it's the late 90s. When I was still growing up in Cessnock, I just happened to play a watered-down version of Croc, Legend of the Gobbos on the Game Boy Color, believe it or not. You've got... wow. 3, 2. Imp Be Gone Spray. Now that would have been a useful power-up in Croc, for an example. And like I said, this level isn't easy at all. You'll be surrounding yourself full of death traps and other obstacle courses, like the platforms that give away. Here, you need a silver key to open this cage so that you can proceed to the next area. Man, that tar would have burnt like anything. Even singes your skin is a scary thought. Woo! I'm so lucky that... come on! I wasn't pressing the B button twice. I was just timing my jumps. Things from here is gonna get tough. Since that Argonaut has returned, did you know that Argonaut developed the game Buck Bumble for the Nintendo 64? In Buck Bumble for the Nintendo 64, there's this cheat where you can have all arsenals. So all I do is surf on the internet and look up those cheats and unlock everything except for Dark Stinger. I was unable to play as Dark Stinger, which would have been really cool at the time. The comment section for these two celebrities are true Doom fans. Say, who wants to see me get through this tough level? Take a deep breath and only play if you are having fun. Okay, let's get this adventure started. I wonder if Argonaut would remaster Croc 2, because the game Croc 2 takes place on an island, and from what I can tell, that the Gobbos have found a mysterious shipment of soda, believe it or not. That was Croc 2 on the PlayStation 1. It's fun for us to watch if you are having fun. Oh, Oxidane just happened to join the chat. Lock in, bro. Alright, sure thing. There's this one cute extra I like to share with the chat and friends. Anytime I press minus on the left Joy-Con, ta-da! Retro graphics. Oxtane happens to say, have you played Croc 2? Well, for as long as I can ever remember, I sure did. See this imp up there? That's Stompy. He enjoys stomping on anything. So whatever you do, don't get into his path. If you do, he'll slam in your hand and you'll fall to your death. Like that. Don't worry, my little Gobbo. I'll eventually save you. This level looks challenging. Can Croc stomp on Stompy? Well, if only Argonaut can program an extra jelly trampoline, then I might be able to give him a tail whip. Every time Croc is hit by an imp, crystals just happen to scatter outside of Croc. Kind of like in Sonic the Hedgehog, where if Sonic is hit by a bad neck, rings scatter out of his body. I think we're coming across an idea that's already been done. Okay, ready to cross this huge environment of giving away platforms and jumping pod boos. Pod boo licensed by Nintendo. Welp, it's time for me to grind for some extra lives. I think I prefer the original graphics. What do you think? Well, Oxdane, I did press minus to toggle original graphics. Grinding for extra lives was very successful for you last week. Yeah, I would love to grind for some extra lives, and I would love to do that again because it's my best strategy. Although I would like it if Argonaut just happened to sketch up a variety of extra lives in different colors. Like normal hearts will give you 1 life, gold hearts will give you 10, silver hearts will give you 5. Extra lives with a variety of colors. Once you're done collecting extra lives here, then step on to the orange stars. Okay, get out of here and go back in. I think the life system is a little outdated. I'm glad a lot of modern games have moved away from them. Well, Oxdane, that's really great to hear it, but it's still in the form of opinion. So once I get the Switch 2 for my birthday and Christmas, we'll be playing some Mario Kart World, we'll be playing some Donkey Kong Bonanza on the Switch 2. It's going to be amazing. You may want to try respectfully listening to the singer of Young Pauline. I imagine that whoever's the singer for Young Pauline must have auditioned in the show The Masked Singer, and she must have been practicing very, very hard and well. Ooh, 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 ooh. Who is that? Who is that? Man, that was such a fun show. Listening to professional singers just perform, I love entertainment itself. In fact, I do feel that in Mario Kart World, I'm getting some Diddy Kong Racing vibes from that game, where you glide in the sky, you get to finally travel off-road. So my mother says, what system do the modern games use instead of lives? Well, Mom, you can ask Oxdane that, because he says, I think the live system is a little outdated. I'm glad a lot of modern games have moved away from them. Well, since I'm going to Green Hills with Maywell today, I was thinking, am I allowed to buy a toy keytar? I seem to notice that Argonaut has recycled death pits. Like here in the snow world, it's solid water that hurts Croc, and now it's normal lava in a volcano, followed by burning tar in the caves. I really love the extra lives tactic, because that way, if I happen to accidentally die or lose lives constantly, I can always go back to the snow world and collect some extra lives, Can't believe I just skated toward the orange stars. Oh well, that kind of thing happens. So I was thinking I could collect lives until I have 30 lives to see how I go. I also loved playing the Rayman franchise. Rayman has got a body, a head, hands and feet, but no legs or arms. Like how weird is that? In Rayman 2, The Great Escape, there's this level where you'll literally learn to fly. Until one of the guardian monsters showed up behind Rayman and took his flying ability with a whoosh. And I thought that flying might have served you well in combat. But no. When I was growing up in Time Zone, I came across this oversized vehicle that you could sit in, and it kind of rocks sort of like this. Sadly, it's not in Time Zone anymore. Okay, let's return to the desert world and see how I go. Tornadoes, sand, and death traps. Y attacks, B jumps, and A U-turns Croc. Wait for the platforms to reappear, then I can cross them. You can't just rip off a name of a film or TV show and call it something else. Even a game. You can't just take the TV show, movie, or game and then name it something else, because that's kind of an insult. Now, what could be useful if Argonaut managed to program a set of steps for Croc to defeat Stompy at the top of this climbing apparatus? I call it a climbing apparatus. Other people call it monkey bars. Whatever you like to call a climbing environment. You could call that climbing apparatus a jungle gym. Oh yeah, back when I was with Endeavour, I just tried climbing jungle gym, and I was just kind of struggling to stretch my arm to the next bar. Welcome to the Labyrinth of Doom! I can do this. Podboo, 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 podboo. Well, I'm just lucky that I've got excellent timing skills. But don't celebrate yet. We're just getting started to explore these labyrinths. Oh, speaking of mazes and labyrinths, in the PlayStation 2 game Pac-Man World 2, there's this maze level in Spooky's world. Spooky happens to be the antagonist for Pac-Man. So the story is this. It's a peaceful night in Pac-Land until, surprise surprise, the mischievous ghosts show up. So they were just randomly skulking about at random until they've came across a tree that bears 5, maybe 7 or 8 golden fruits. So the mischievous ghosts happen to steal the gold fruit off the tree, and that caused Spooky to be free. So his line was this: "At last, I am free from the confines of this cursed prison. You there, take these golden fruits that have imprisoned me if you want to get rid of these pack people forever!" Even though I was chilled by that entire line, the voice acting wasn't too bad. Although when I finally reached the boss level Spooky, it became way too impossible, because I thought that the gold armor would shield me from, Spooky's attacks. Oh, yeah, no wonder I die all the time, because I kind of forgot my timing skills with these podboos. Okay, podboo, 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 podboo. I've still got plenty of lives left over because I've been doing some grinding, which is really important for a video game such as this. Either that's acid or algae. But hey, that might be bad news reptiles for Croc. Back when I was growing up in Maryland, I came across this Nintendo 64 commercial that went, Bomberman does whatever a Bomberman can. The Scooby-Doo game, destroying Halloween since 1969. A quote from Cartoon Network's Mad, and I believe that was back in 2010. I'm just asking myself, in the Cartoon Network show Mad, why was the Scooby-Doo game ruining Halloween? Ruining Halloween would be like ruining your family's birthday surprise just by giving the present to her. Now it destroys the concept of surprise. Oh, my sister Mel is saying, hi Doug, Leap of Faith. This is a level called Leap of Faith. You'll be surrounding yourself with platforms that give away. Was that an extra lives area? Wait, it is. There's always a cage involved. My goodness, you have to concentrate on a lot of things at once. I wonder if dragons are evolved from reptiles. Well, if Croc was a dragon, I might be able to use his gliding abilities to glide past this small gap, no problem. Or if I could just use it to hover across. Alright, 22 lives. Thank goodness. Secret areas are always good to find. Yes, they are. If you want to leave the level and go back in again, and I love the patterns on the platforms. Me too, sis. Me too. You know, platforming moments like this remind me of the N64 game, Rocket Robot on Wheels. So, I believe you're this unicycle robot who has to save Galvan's park from the evil raccoon Jojo. There's Clown Carnival, there's the mines, there's medieval world called Paint Misbehaving, because I really enjoyed the cannon that shoots out paint. Although you have to collect enough tokens for you to access these strange vehicles. Is that the game where you are at a circus? Yeah, except that the circus has this many worlds that are open. Well, my least favorite vehicle in Rocket Robot on Wheels is the Finbot. It's just a robotic dolphin slowly swimming at a slow pace, and even though when you tap A several times to speed up, it goes on such a okay speed. I especially love the spider vehicle in Rocket Robot on Wheels. I think the spider vehicle is supernatural world, and you find this environment full of acid which could hurt Rocket, so that's why you need the spider vehicle. And the spider vehicle just travels really fast. It's like the best advice I can get given from my family is play what you know. Once you've played what you know, then you can pretty much be on top of the world. Now, there are question blocks in Croc. Ooh. Now, in take two. In Rocket Robot on Wheels, there's this world called JoJo's World, and world is spelt incorrectly, such as WERLD. And I suppose that Jojo the raccoon has always been jealous. Although being jealous is something that you should never bottle up or anything. You should always be proud to what you've done and what society has done for you. You should never be some controlling brat just going after one thing to the next. Just be happy to what you've got. Have I ever known that mummies are the most cliched monsters in video game history? Like, there's this mummy in Banjo-Kazooie, there's this mummy in the game Glover. In fact, in Glover, I was able to bounce on the ball and climb higher platforms. I should have really done some research on the Glover remake to see how it's going. The next thing I want to say for Rocket Robot on Wheels, that in JoJo's world, it's literally a obstacle course of dare. Try avoiding a storm of pod boos. So, according to last time, when Darby was playing Hotel Mario, whoever voiced fake Bowser back there knows how to turn bad voice acting into a character. Like Bowser in Hotel Mario was like, wah, and the fireball was just randomly flying out on an arc. Why was Bowser fake? Well, back in the game Hotel Mario, I believe it was one of the Koopa kids wearing a Bowser mask. Well, more than a mask, wearing some kind of Bowser helmet that sits on their shoulders, and they were able to impersonate Bowser. Now, this is going to be really tough collecting that one extra life. You can't stay on that platform? Why? Speaking of Hotel Mario, you know that Bowser stage in Hotel Mario? The name of that level was called Seizure's Palace, and I thought it was a parody of Caesar's Palace. Maybe you can push a crate into the tar pit. Nope. So I'm gonna wrap up the stream for today because I like to thank my family for joining in and having a lot of fun, because that's what live streams are about, and we can talk about a bunch of old retro video games and what they were like growing up. I would also like to thank Oxy Dane for joining in. Thank him a lot, and this was really fun. So bye family.